very good morning to you. How you doing? It's Wednesday. Now you know every single Wednesday is all about relationships, love, forgiveness, all of that. Those are the different kinds of relationships that we're talking about. We've got Monday, we've got Nisame, Style My Wife, Style My Hubby, and then we have Ask Pastor Chris at the very end of the show. Now, I'm sure you're used to having Mandate over here, but it looks like we've moved to the center of the set, Pastor Chris.
Yes, we have.
What's happening today?
Because today we've got a few more guests than we usually do.
Yeah.
Today we'll be talking about the inner circle in relationships.
Okay.
And we've got Edward and Natalia, who have been dating for about a year. Their inner circle. And we want to know, what is this inner circle? What's the importance of the inner circle? What benefit do they bring to a relationship?
Quite interesting. Yeah, I see that on a semicircle. Talking about inner circle.
Inner circle, yeah.
I'll let you take
right
it away.
in the middle of that inner circle.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
So we'll be talking about the inner circle in relationships, you know, the friends that you share, the friends you share in common, people who are close to each one of you, and the effect that they bring to the relationship. I want you to keep the conversation going with us on on Twitter at KTN_Life_Style. That's the same for Instagram, and then KTN Life and Style on Facebook. Our text number is 22840 and 0700574747. That's WhatsApp. So you get to talk to us about this. What do you think about the inner circle? The hashtag is KTN Life and Style. You could also follow me on @CJ Atemo. That's on Twitter, Chris Atemo on Instagram, and Chris J Atemo on Facebook. Edward, you're a chef.
Yes, I am.
You seem to doubt.
Well, I'm a couple of things, but yeah, a chef is one of them.
All right.
Yeah.
And you and Natalia, who is a marketer, have been dating for about 1 year. And she came in looking so good. I just said, this is real marketing, you know. Everybody marketing has stuff.
Thank you.
All right. So you've got guys here who are your inner circle. Please introduce to me your inner circle.
Well, we'll start from the very end. That's
My name is Rowena.
Rowena.
Yes.
Okay.
I was in school with both of them.
You were in school with both?
Yeah.
How long have you known them?
From 2010.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Tugi.
Tugi.
I'm a friend of Edward's.
All right.
I met Edward through my cousin, and we've just been friends since, about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
My name is Angela. I am a friend to both Edward and Natalia.
Okay.
I met them mutually through all my friends, and
Alright.
we've been friends ever since about 2 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Natalia, how are you doing?
I'm well.
You're right.
Yes.
What's the significance, the importance, or the need of the inner circle?
To me, I think they play a very fundamental role in terms of relationships because they build like who you are. You can see most of them, we've known each other from, I think the latest one is 2010. It clearly shows that for one, as you're changing, as you're growing up, you need to adapt like the kind of crowd that is going to fit the person that you want to be. And I believe this, my friends here represent that. So they've been able to play a very important role in terms of our relationship. They are go-to friends, and we're the kind of people who like to also mix our relationship from like the way we work, and you find that most of them actually, we are also colleagues. So it plays a very big role, and it's been very helpful.
Okay. So who makes an inner circle?
well, for me, basically in my inner circle, the one I'm in right now. This is part of them.
It's bigger.
It's bigger.
How big should it
Wow.
be?
Yeah, it's quite
really
big.
You can really fill up this set if you wanted to.
Really? So
Yeah.
how inner? Okay.
Okay, so basically for us, it's the people who are the most important to us, like our really close friends, the ones when you have something, either fun or something that you just really want to share with them, they're always there. Wherever you are, they come.
How do you determine that this person can handle being in my inner circle?
Basically, just reliability. If I need you and you're there, you're going to end up being in the inner circle because you're always there when I need you.
Okay. How long does that take to determine, Natalia?
At the point of need, if you feel like, something came up, and it depends on who you can call the fastest to know that this person is going to come through for you. And I believe those are the people who actually qualify to be in your inner circle.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there a number? Is there a limit to how many people you can have?
I think you can only, of course you can't have like everybody can't be in the inner circle, but I think for the inner circle there's a select few that you can always count on. You have like many friends, and you have friends for each particular thing. When you wanna have fun, this is the crew to take. When you want something serious, this is the person to go to. If you have a serious job that you need to be done in a particular way, you also know who to select. Yeah.
So these friendships, you compartmentalize. You know that these ones, when we need serious stuff, we talk to these ones. And when we just want people to go and hang out. So who are these? Are they the hangout guys? Are they, the kind of people you run to when you're in trouble?
I think all the above.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're all the above?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you get to the place where, because you've only dated for 1 year, how do you get to the place where you synchronize your list of the people who are close to you so that they can come into both of your lives? Because sometimes you may have friends who really he can't go along with, and then Edward may be having friends that don't want anything to do with Natalie. How do you synchronize that, Edward?
Compromise. Basically, you'll always have conflict everywhere you go. So you always have to decide, what are you going to do? Are you going to okay, you can't say you'll get rid of them completely, but you need to decide whether you're gonna keep them far away or keep them close and end up having problems.
All right. So coming to you, Tugi.
Yes.
What do you think your being in their life feeds? What do you bring to them?
As two ways. As a member of the inner circle, as we said, that means that I am like a friend that is more than a friend. That means other than the obvious hanging out and doing fun stuff, that we actually share common interests and common character traits and personality. Through Edward, and then I met Natalia, and we've hit it off. But I think, for me, just being a good friend and being someone, because relationships are always like this. They're unpredictable, and I think what I bring is to be that person who can give a sense of, okay, no matter what's going on, what you from the outside, how does it look?
But do you sometimes feel that you've got to, since you knew Edward before you knew Natalie, when there are issues between them, do you feel biased?
Wow. Well, I can't lie, yeah, of course. I can't lie, I'll be honest. It's true, but not to say that I am always against. I'm not against, Right. But you come to a point where I understand that this is my friend and he loves this woman, yeah? So as his friend, I can't be like, hey, you get your chick, I don't like her. No, right. I have to be like, this guy loves her, so there must be something good. There must be something good about her.
Okay.
So it's my point to go and find out, and then help him to see, if there's any, if he comes to me like, hey, what should I do? I'm a whatever, be that guy. From that point of, this is not someone who he wants to get rid of. It's someone who he wants to, you see. So you
stay with.
Yeah.
All right, Rowena.
Yes.
Are you dating yourself?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
No.
Because I wanted to ask you whether your date is also part of the inner circle.
No. No.
But do you sometimes feel like part of your role in their life is intervention? If they're acting crazy, would you go to them and tell them both of you acting crazy?
Yeah.
Do you have that space?
Yes. From when Edward was still, how do I say, katiaing or just, Natalia, I actually asked him, what do you want with her? So, really just get
How did he take that? Because you're a lady, you've been a friend for a while, you're a lady, then he's trying to woo another lady, and you're raising issues, if I may call them that. They're not really issues, but...
It's concern, right?
Yeah. How did he handle that?
He handled it well. He didn't feel, his reaction wasn't like, why are you asking me that? He was he's very receptive. He understood where I'm coming from. It's to also look out for Natalia. And also at the same time, just to look out for him as well. Okay. So he was very receptive. He was like, okay, yeah, so I like her and all that, yeah.
Who was the first one among them to meet Natalia?
I'm sorry, how?
Who was the first among them?
Oh, to meet Natalia?
Yeah.
Wow, well, we were in school together, so Rowena was the first one.
She was the first one?
Yeah.
How was that for you? You know, you've got this boyfriend in your life, and then the first person you're meeting is a lady who is a friend in his life. That didn't raise any question?
Well, actually, Rowena was like, actually, I think she was just both our friends because like we came from the same kind of club in school.
Okay.
So she was just both our friends, and then suddenly we were dating, and then so she was trying to understand, okay, what's happening. But for me, it was okay with me.
It was?
Yeah, because actually, an interesting thing is we actually go from way back.
All right.
Yeah, we...
Ah, you didn't just meet somewhere like 1 year ago.
No.
No, we didn't
You
meet.
came a long way.
Yes.
Angela,
Yes.
what role do you play in these people's lives?
Well, basically, I met more or less both of them at the same time, but I was more fond of Natalia before because Edward was...
Thank you, Jesus. At least there's somebody here who was...
Yeah, Edward was a bit in and out. He was quite busy, you know, chef life and everything, but he was still in contact. So when the two of them came together, it was like bound to happen, but you know, everybody took a step back to watch how it plays out, because of course Edward was focused and he knew his end goal, and Natalia basically was just happy-go-lucky as usual. So she was like, wow, okay, he really likes me. So by the time we actually came to know that they made it official that they're dating, I kind of saw it happening, but you know, you really just want it to come out of their mouth and tell you, oh, this is what's happening. But so far,
Were you afraid for your girl?
Not
because,
necessarily.
you know, Edward was focused. She's all over the place. Were you afraid for your girl? Like,
Not
girl, will it
necessarily.
really work?
Just a little bit, though.
Yeah.
But I know Natalia is headstrong, so she can handle something.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
It's a good thing.
Well, sometimes it can be good. Other times, well, very good as well.
All
Yeah,
right.
so basically, I knew if she needed help, she would call.
Okay, but what boundaries, Edward, do you draw for the inner circle?
If I have a problem and I feel like I want to involve the inner circle, what I want from them is just advice.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't want them to make the choice for me. That would be for me to make it. But if they come and tell me, hey, she did that, achana na yeye. No, don't do that. Just come, give me the advice. I'll take it how I'll take it. But don't make the choice for me. Yeah.
All right. How do you deal with those moments when somebody has given you advice that later on you felt like was bad advice? How do you deal with that balancing? For example, you're having issues with Natalia, then Tugi is telling you something that is completely crazy, you know, because he's watching out for you. He's your boy. And he loves you. He wants to be there for you. He wants to make sure you don't get hurt. Then he tells you something out of that passion, which turns out to be bad advice. So how do you balance between that, because you still have a relationship and then you still have him as your friend?
Well, basically what I do is actually just think about it first. And then to make a very sound decision, I usually wait 24 hours. So that after you thought about it for a really long time. Yeah. Then...
You're a focused man. 24 hours.
Yeah, you have to make sure it's the right decision. So if I found that it wasn't a really nice decision, I usually call them back. Be like, okay, you told me this, but I don't think it's good. If I did this, this is what is going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tugi, when you have given
Yeah.
advice, then he's chosen to go a different way.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Well, you know, at the end of the day, it's not my relationship.
Right.
Yeah. So I've given him my advice from my point of view, and if it's wrong, then and he doesn't hear and he doesn't listen to it, then good, you know. But I think as a member of an inner circle, you're there for the person. You're not there for your own, you know, to feel good about you. Yeah, Edward, listen to what I said. No, that doesn't help me. You're there to build their relationship. So it's not like, yeah, because I'm your friend, this is what you should do, and it's my way or the highway. No, it's not like that. It's like, hey, baby, here, maybe if you try. And again, you see, we're trying to build something. We're not trying to break it down. So you're not always on the offensive. You're not always on the attack. So more likely than not, you would be even like, what the situation would be is that if he has a problem with Natalia, then I'm telling him, no, hey, Bana, calm down, think about it as an inner circle member, because we're trying to grow it. So very usually, it's not that I'm coming, Natalia Sidri, no. It's usually what happens is, hey, Bana, I've been doing this, this has been happening, we're not talking, so what do you think I should do? So from that point, then you give your advice, and you give it freely, whether he listens to it or not. It's totally his decision, and just that trust in that, you know, he asked me for my opinion. That's enough. I don't have to have it my way, but that fact that he asked me, I feel like, yeah.
And that's I would like to know if somebody offered an opinion, advice that you got to know about, which you didn't favor. Does that change how you relate with them?
No, it would not. It would not at all, because then, for one, I know, like, as the inner circle member, they would definitely be looking out for me. I don't see...
What if somebody told Edward, you know, I'm not so sure you can cope with this girl because she's doing this for the third time, whatever it may be. You know? And then you get to hear that. Does that change how you relate with that person? Okay, then that will definitely make me mad, but I think I'm a strange person. I talk a lot, but I really seek for answers. I'm a headstrong person, so I would go and confront in a nice way. I would want to know why is it that they feel that way, and if there's something that maybe I need to change, then maybe I'd listen to it, and then I'd come back to Edward, and at the end of the day, it's about the two of us, so I will definitely come and talk to him about it. Edward, you'd say that ladies have the sixth sense. Are there those instances where Natalia has told you, I'm not sure about that friend of yours, and she was right, or you had to drop a friend or just change how you relate with them?
Yeah, there are actually a couple of times she's done that. And at first I was like skeptical, because I was like, come on, she's been my friend for a while, as in, you just need to get to know her, then you know about it, then you know how she is. But why do men do that? You know, it's because it's true. We can't see it. You know, the thing is, we're very blind. It's true. We're very blind. We can't tell. Maybe it needs a lady's eye for you to come and tell you, hey, by the way, that chick, no, she's looking at you in a weird way.
But that happens also the other way.
Exactly.
That happens the other way. That it's easier for you to tell when there's a man who is lurking around the shadows, and she wouldn't know. She would just think, no, we've been friends. He's like a brother. Yeah, true. She wouldn't see the danger that comes with. Yeah. All right, Angela, are you dating yourself?
No. No, I'm not.
Yeah, you know, you never know. Somebody might just ask for your contacts after the show.
Her number is 07.
No, I'm not. No.
Okay, because I want to know, you know, you guys seem to be having quite a very good relationship with your inner circle, but then not everybody has that. Not everybody has that. There's people whose relationships are broken down by the close people in their lives. How are they supposed to handle that, you know?
I think that's really nasty, a very nasty place to be. It's very tricky because what that could mean is either that the two people who are in the relationship are not strong enough to say, okay, you guys shut up, you know, this is my relationship. That's one of the things. Or in the end, like the inner circle is there to build. So once it becomes poisonous, leave it alone, unless your relationship is really poisonous. So if your relationship is not poisonous, like, and by poisonous I mean like, are you happy? Are you, you know, just are you having a good relationship? If the problems are coming from us, then we should, as friends of we should just, you know, if they tell us to, because I'm assuming at that point we are no, Natalia is the worst person in the world and I hate her and I don't want to see her. No, but we should be at that point where, hey, if Edward is like chill, chill. But if it becomes poisonous, if I was the one in the relationship, I'd be like, hey guys, there you are, we're done, that's the line.
Rowena, having known these guys all this while, do you really need permission to come into their lives, you know?
Yes, you know, you can't, you'll know people, yes, but I'll know my boundaries, I'll know where I can step in. I know where I'll just be like, okay, let me just, you know, like respect them.
So what kind of things would you not want to get involved in unless they advise you? And this is
Unless
not
they ask.
necessarily, unless they ask, not necessarily for them. Because as I said, there are relationships that have been broken down by the inner circle. So what are those things that the inner circle needs to watch out for and just let the couple work out?
You know, okay, a lot of times the inner circle feels like couples in it by, okay, you're just like a spotlight on them. So every wrong thing that he does or she does, there's someone who's just telling you, yeah, they'll always point it out. They'll always be like, you know, yesterday he didn't say hi with his right hand. You know, like very small things which now you'll be like, okay, it doesn't make sense, but, and then you're like, at the same time, those are my friends. If they tell me he did this or she did this, what am I going to weigh? So we have to balance it out. You filter out what is good, what is bad. And also if you're being told like maybe negative things, take it, but don't take it all. Just like onja too, and even find out, you know. Like sometimes we also fail in communication. We need to, with also our inner circle especially, you'll hear one thing, you'll believe it, and then on the other side, you've not asked your partner. Then it ends up, it's actually something not true, it's misunderstood. Okay. So we need to balance it out. It's very important to, you know, you listen to your friends, but you also listen to your other half.
So what I'm getting from you guys is that the inner circle should operate more like a board in a company that only converges when they're needed.
When needed, yes.
But they're not really running the company.
Yes.
Exactly.
Perfect analogy. Perfect analogy.
Angela, would it change if these two people went separate ways? Would that change? Would you stick to one side? Would you be true to both of them?
It's actually tricky because if, you know, sometimes it might end really badly, but that now that will put you at a situation where you don't know what side to lie on. Because true to that, a relationship is between two people. And maybe at that point, we don't know everything that happened before the breakup and whatever happened after. So for us to finally know that they're broken up, so that will actually put us at loggerheads where you don't know. Because if now all of us have interacted both ways with them, we've been introduced and formed this circle through both of them. So we'll be left sitting on the fence to decide if you're going to go on this side and on this other side.
What happens with cases where, for example, I'm just using that, you know, Edward and Natalie have gone different ways, and so now they are on each other's case, social media, they're hurting each other, saying all kinds of stuff. Is it the failure of the inner circle, or is it that that couple is very...
I don't think, because, you know, that's the failure of Edward. Lunching on social media. No, but you don't do that. If I ever see something, I'll be like, hey, but what's going on? What's going on?
So you see, at that point, you don't need them to invite you. You'll just do intervention,
But I'll go lecture to Edward. I wouldn't go on social media and be like, comment down there, but shut up.
All right, Wekali.
Yes. Two questions. At what point do we exit someone from the inner circle? Huyu sasa aende tu. Let's maintain the inner circle, lakini huyu mmoja tutaki tena.
One, if she's hitting on her.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's true. The second one, which one do you think?
I think negative energy.
Okay.
That's all, negative energy.
I think when we all, and everyone else in the inner circle, feels that, hey, every time this person opens his mouth, it's just
tired. Like all your energy is
drained.
you're drained. Then it's just a conglomerate. And it won't be like, let's sit down, let's talk about Rowena. No, you just find that we don't call her for stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. She just
You were exiting a long time ago.
This is just in picture. You have the heat there.
Brexit. Brexit.
Another question before we bring this to an end. I'm sure that you came into, like Natalia, you came into, you know, this relationship with your friends, of course, you'd made earlier. So there are times you'd have an argument with Edward, and then you go like, oh my God, you know, unbelievable. So what, as the friend, what are you supposed to do? Be like, hey, Edward, or what happens? Like, do you calm her down? How do you go about that?
You need to be like, Natalia, calm down.
So now you've gone to Edward's side.
No. You need to find out what exactly, you know, at that point she's ranting and everything is out there, but you know the sentences are not complete. So she's giving you half stories. So you need to be like, relax, now tell me. So that we can decide whether he's the bad person or be like, hey, girl, chill kidogo. Just let's see how this plays out.
Yeah, and
How
sometimes
is it telling the difficult truths again to them?
I just tell them.
you just it's not difficult. I think
It's at
also
that
for
point,
them, we are at the point, like it goes both ways.
Okay.
Like if I fail in something, Natalia will just be like, by the way, you know, you've not sent in this, or you've not done this, or you're acting like negative energy. So it's very. I think we've gotten to the point. It's very easy for us to interact.
Okay.
Yeah, by the point it's in a circle, as in, hey, we can tell anything, and
Yeah.
then it's
That's
not
so
like,
cool.
oh, I don't know Edward's feelings. I'm not telling, hey, but I look bad.
All right, I sent you sign up because you had fun.
Yes, I did.
And these are things that happen out there. Everybody has an inner circle, but people don't take time to actually realize, you know what, without these people, these are my support system. Without them, probably I wouldn't be the person that I am. I wouldn't be in this relationship in the first place, or it wouldn't be as good as it is right now. But this is very interesting. So keep this conversation going. It's KTN Life and Style on Facebook, KTN Life _style on Twitter and Instagram. SMS is 22840. The hashtag is KTN Life and Style. We're taking a very short commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about forgiveness on Nisamehe. Don't go too far. We'll be right back.
It affected my ministry so much because when we decided to disclose this to the members, almost 3/4 of the church left us. And they said that all the offerings will go to his medication.